Make the plan, execute the plan, forget the plan. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. A couple of weeks ago, I polled on my Instagram and on YouTube and asked you guys what you would think about me doing some vlogs. And so this is my try at doing a vlog. And I think I picked like a somewhat interesting day because we are headed to a local USPSA match. It was kind of, my husband always wants to go to the matches whenever they're available here. I think we only have one every month, maybe two every month. But this time it was my idea. We just went to Riley Bowman's Pistol Intelligence class, and I just feel like I'm in a place where I should go run a match so that I can get an idea for where I'm at right now. I haven't done like an actual match. It's been like at least 6 months. I guess I could look back on my YouTube channel because the last time I did a match, I shared it on the YouTube video. Anyways, long story short, we're doing USPSA match today. We're vlogging it, and I'm really not looking forward to it. I actually really don't like doing matches. It's kind of like a test for me. It's like, and I don't like school, so that makes it even worse. But going to a match is like testing myself and seeing where I'm at. And I also do think it's a good thing for me to do when I can get myself to do it, because it does really get my adrenaline going. I get nervous anytime I'm doing any kind of competition. I'm not terribly competitive, but I get really, really nervous. So it's good for me to do matches, to learn how to calm myself down, to learn how to shoot even while my adrenaline's pumping and all of that. So stay tuned for today's match. But first, coffee. I usually get a like 12-ounce oat milk latte with like a little bit of sugar in it, or like maple syrup or something, which is just delicious, but really did not want that much milk today. So I got a cortado, an oat milk cortado. If you like coffee, but you don't like it to be sweet, and you like a little bit of milk, but you still like to taste coffee, cortado is the way to go. I thoroughly appreciate the fact that our range is out in the middle of nowhere and that we have to drive through all of this pretty forest to get to where we're gonna shoot. This right here is especially my favorite part because it's a big puddle. Okay, we made it. And on our way here, I was kind of trying to like put together my magazine carriers, and usually I will just attach them to my Enigma and do that, but it's just so uncomfortable because my pants fit the way that they're supposed to fit. And so when I put like 4 magazine carriers in my pants, it gets really, really tight and uncomfortable. So during Tim Heron's class, I literally just shoved my mags in my belt. So you guys can judge me all you want for that, but that's the plan today. I'm just gonna use the tension of my sport belt on my Enigma and just wedge my mags between my body and my belt. So we'll see how many mags I potentially lose while I'm running these matches today. But we're both carrying social ammo right now, which is like ammo that you would carry when you're actually carrying. So we're gonna go into a bay and switch out our social ammo and empty our guns so that we're good to go for the match. Okay, so the only place I can get to this target is from the very edge of this, and I've got to like reach around to hit the A-zone. And then I have access to that one here, that one, and this guy. I could probably shoot this steel target from here, but I think I'll come through here and get that steel target, this paper target, and then shoot through these 2 barricades to get to that paper target. Come through here. Now I can see that steel target. Have better access to this one, I think. This guy's just gonna forget about that one, I imagine. This guy.
Are you ready? Stand by! holster assault weapon.
Okay, so that stage was all mental. Like I didn't move. So I started off right here and I had to really lean around it and I didn't move on that like initial bit there, and so I just didn't want to move after that for some reason. And so I missed this one right here that's through these two barricades. I just like completely forgot about it. But I think I'm just gonna keep that in mind for the next stage to move my legs.
I do want to go that way. Are you ready? Stand by.
It's easier just to go. Reload the same way both times.
Yeah.
Just don't double tap it. Don't double tap it.
I already did it.
Go ahead.
So it counts?
Go ahead.
A couple matches last year, we were trying to reload.
All right,
Because
prepare
the way they had it set
Time
up,
is 3016. Let's not do it exactly like that.
It's not.
Are you ready? Stand by. Yeah.
So the issues with this last stage, I felt like I misunderstood what kind of malfunction I had. In the past, when I've like had a failure to fire, I've had to strip the mag out. And so I just didn't do my typical tap rack on that for some reason. I think it's probably because I'm nervous. And so I just stripped the mag out right away without realizing like, oh, you don't have another mag staged for this. So that kind of slowed everything down, but my hits were really good. I think I had all alphas with a couple of like really close Charlies, and I'm totally fine with that because I almost never practice weak hand only. I have like a little bit of practice of strong hand only from Tim Herron's class, and I used what I learned from that class, and I did pretty okay. So I'm honestly happy with that stage, other than, you know, some of those kind of flubbed reloads.
Stand by. Finish clear and show me clear. Can't see the last one. 858. 858. It's 2 Alpha Charlie.
Okay, so that last one was Alpha Alpha, Alpha Charlie, and I'm okay with that because I felt the Alpha Charlie on the left one, so my second target. I felt that, like I knew that it was an Alpha Charlie. I tried to change that on the right target, but it was also Alpha Charlie. I'm just glad that I was able to shot call it and like try to make a change. I wasn't able to, but I'm always like okay with it if I called those shots while I was doing it. But I know I can shoot faster than this, so it's a little bit frustrating, but I'm having fun. So,
are you ready? Stand by.
nope, totally forgot about it. Thank you for that. Okay, so after running through this stage, I wanted to show you guys the angle. So we started right here, but you have to step into this box. So you step here. I shot this one, that one right there, and then I shot this one, and I forgot about that one. So that target didn't get shot at all. And then you step back here to this fault line, and you've got to shoot that one and that one right here. And then over here, I shot this one, came around, reloaded, came to this fault line, shot this one, that guy, the steel, and kind of lost my stage plan about here because I planned on shooting this one and then shooting that steel over there. But yeah, kind of lost my stage plan and then completely forgot about that one way back there. But I felt good about this stage. Pretty much everything was alphas. I had a Charlie Delta on the moving target, but most everything else was alphas and a few Charlies. As a whole, I felt much better about this stage. I felt like I shot a little bit more to like my ability level, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do today. Is just kind of like shoot how I know I can. But I've been doing a lot of not shooting like I know I can, and that's teaching me a lot. I just listened to John Johnston, one of his ballistic radio episodes with Kirk, and he just talked about like when you learn the most when you make mistakes, and that's what today's been about, is learning the most, learning the mostest.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Drop the mag. Yeah. Okay. That last stage was a ton of fun, but I had like a whole stage plan, and of course, make the plan, execute the plan, or I don't know what the saying is, but I did not follow through on that. I took on my husband's stage plan without fully understanding his stage plan, and so I completely missed one of the steel targets, and you saw in the video that I thought I was done before I was done. I still had a round in the chamber, so I had one mic on that, but one alpha. So it was fun. Wasn't great.
Blow the belt anywhere. Are you ready? Stand by.
What's that phrase? Make the plan, execute the plan, forget the plan. Is that what it is?
I don't know, but that sounds funny.
There's totally like it's not necessarily a phrase, but it's like a thing. Well, if it's a thing people say, then I guess it's a phrase. Yeah. Make the plan, execute the plan, forget the plan. Something like that. That's how if that is a real saying, that is like absolutely the phrase for today's match. I think that I had a mic on every single one of them. You guys will know because you will have watched this entire vlog. But from my memory, I think that I had a mic on every single one just solely because I forgot about a couple of different targets throughout each stage. The last stage, though, I was like, okay, I'm going to learn from all the mistakes I made from the last couple of stages, and I'm going to make a plan, my own plan, execute the plan, and not forget the plan. And I did that quite well, except for there's a steel target right in the center of this stage, and it's like a big steel target. And then there was this small steel target on the other side of it. So I shot it, shot the big one, and then with plans to shoot the smaller one in a different position, and I forgot to shoot the smaller one from a different position. But gosh, like after running all those stages and like going through this match, like, and I think this probably happens every time after I do a match. It's like, what in the heck was I so nervous about? And what was it that we were listening to the Ballistic Radio episode with Kirk yesterday, and yes, he was saying how like you do hard things because like that allows you to push yourself, and pushing yourself and failing is a lot of the times where you learn the most. And of course, like it's fun and encouraging to do something and do really well at it, but if you're constantly doing something that you're good at and you're doing well at it all the time, you might not be pushing yourself enough. There was something else that he said in that episode, babe. Do you remember do you remember exactly what I'm thinking of? Like, in addition to pushing yourself, trying things that are hard, and learning from that. Oh, it also keeps you humble. That was what I was thinking. It also keeps you humble. It reminds you that you're a flawed individual, and are completely and totally capable of failure, and it keeps you humble. The other thing it allows us to do is to practice not having negative self-talk, and I think that a lot of people, whether they admit it or not, really struggle with negative self-talk. I even noticed that in our squad today, a lot of the guys before their stage, during their stage, and after the stage would like verbally say negative things about themselves and their shooting ability. And then, you know, like they would go through the stage, they'd shake their head when they knew they missed something, or they would finish their stage and they would, you know, of course I knew I wasn't going to do well at that. Like I knew I was going to miss that one. I think you probably even saw some negative self-talk from me during this vlog. And it's actually something that I actively work on. And that's something that for me, like that's where like practicing shooting and my shooting ability really blends in with practicing being a better person. Like they go hand in hand in those moments. Because I'm actively working on not having negative self-talk while I'm doing a competition like this, while I'm at the range period, during dry fire. I'm working on not saying mean things to myself, and at the same time, I'm getting practice doing that while I'm shooting, but practicing that allows me to do it to avoid negative self-talk in my personal life. And I think for me, that's something I've dealt with for probably as long as I can possibly remember, is dealing with negative self-talk. So if that's you, like I hope this convicts you. If you have negative self-talk, whether it's actually verbal or internal, work on that. Work on that when you're at the range, whether it's just static shooting at the range every couple weeks, months, or you're going to USPSA matches. Like work on not being negative towards yourself and of course towards other people. That's the other thing to consider, is that like in a setting like this where you're shooting around other people and they're also competing, your negativity towards yourself can rub off on them too. So that's something I've been working on for pretty much since for a long time, but I think that shooting has helped me work on it in a new way, and apply it in a whole new way. On a much less serious note, that was exhausting and I'm super hungry, so we're gonna go get some barbecue. I'm not totally sure how to end this vlog, but basically thanks for watching this vlog, and also let me know what you guys thought of this format of video, most of, if not all of my other videos have been talking head videos with some B-roll mixed in. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this format, and also let me know if you do USPSA, what division you shoot in. If you don't shoot USPSA, if this was at all interesting to you. For reference, this was my 3rd ever actual match. I've run stages and classes as well, but this was my 3rd ever match. So let me know what you guys thought, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.